50% of small businesses fail within the first 5 years of business. Whether you're an aspiring entrepreneur or you're a new entrepreneur who just got started in your business, I want to ask you this question. What are you going to do if you're yet to start? Or what are you doing currently as a small business owner to ensure that your business is not going to be among the 50% that's going to fail in the next 5 years? Welcome to Behind the Hype, where I share true stories of entrepreneurship. It is important that we are aware of the fact that entrepreneurship is not a child's play. There is serious work to be done if you want to survive as an entrepreneur. And it's a different ballgame entirely from being a 9-to-5 employee. Now, many people who become entrepreneurs today started their journey as 9-to-5 employees. Now, there are a few of us who never worked one day in our lives and we just went, straight into entrepreneurship. Kudos to you. But if you're coming from the 9-to-5 world, it's important for you to know that there is a difference, and you could be extremely good as a 9-to-5 employee and completely fail when you kick off your business. Now, that is why this video is here for you, to ensure that you do not fail, to ensure that your business is not among the 50% that will fail. And with proper education, you're able to leave that 50% that failed to the 50% that will achieve great success. Now, there are several factors that contribute to small businesses failing. The very first on my list is a lack of business need. So many times people go into business just because they love an idea. Like I shared in my previous video, having a great idea is not sufficient enough for your business to be successful. You have to figure out whether that business idea is needed in the location that you want to execute that idea. One business idea can be great in one part of the world and it's a horrible idea in another part of the world. So even though you see the glamour of this business, you have to do a thorough research in your own locality to ensure that that business idea fits where you are. Now, the second reason why many small businesses fail is lack of capital. And that's why I want to share, most especially for those who are yet to kick off their entrepreneurship journey. If you're working, you're still in the corporate world, and you're thinking of being an entrepreneur, this is the perfect time for you to start planning. Don't wait to start that business. You have a working capital, which is your salary. You've got to start saving for that business. Most times we think that we can just go out there to go grab a loan. Yes, loans are available for those of us that live in the United States and probably other parts of the world. But why do you want to start a business that you're not even sure of from loan, right? What if that business does not work out? You're then going to put that pressure of having to repay people and repay banks on top of the pressure of running a business. So a much better way is for you to start saving your capital from your salary. Take a percentage of your salary and start saving it towards investing for that business. So that even if that business does not generate income, in the next couple of months, you are not frustrated, because that's another reality. You may kick off your business and you don't make the first dime in the next 30 days or 60 days, depending on the kind of business that you're starting. So you have to plan for that rainy day. It's not all sunshine and blues. That's why I created this platform, so that we're aware of the reality of being an entrepreneur. It's not all rosy. Now, I get it. There's money to be made, quite all right. But it also comes with stress. It's not free money, it's hard work. Many times we want to leave the corporate world because we feel like, our boss is stressing us, we're not making enough money, and then we don't have enough time. And now you go into this entrepreneurship journey where you're going to be working 24/7 for at least the first couple of weeks or couple of months, depending on the kind of business you have, depending on the structure of your business. So you're going to leave, a 9-to-5, or let's say it's 9 to 8 p.m. for you, to 24/7. You're going to go from doing just one thing into doing multiple things. Let's assume that, let's say you're a lawyer. You're going to go from being just a lawyer, just an accountant, to being a marketer, an operations specialist, the leader, the manager, and so many things are involved. And sometimes those are the realities that we're unaware of. We just think that, okay, I love to serve, so let me get into this business, so all of these nice designs and customers will come flying in. No, if they do not know you, They cannot see your beautiful design. So there's a lot more that goes into running a business that is much more different than your 9 to 5. So it's very important that you know the things that you're supposed to do so that you prepare yourself for success. Now, a key part that actually makes many small business fail is the mindset that small business owners have. Most times, small business owners are technicians. What does this mean? It means that they're good at something and then they start business in that thing, forgetting the fact that it's not that thing that makes a business. A business comprises of 3 personalities. You have the entrepreneur, who is that visionary, what's that vision you want for your business? There is the concept of the manager, who is managing the operation of the business, ensuring that things are supposed to be, the way they are, things are working well. And then you have the technician, who is doing the work, which is like building the product or delivering that service the customers want. Oftentimes, small business owners go into business and they're only one thing. They're either just the technician, where who is going to manage the business? Who is going to focus on the vision of this business and where we go from being a small business to a middle-sized business to scaling our business? You have to wear multiple hats. And many times, most people that dive into entrepreneurship are not even aware. I had a conversation with a friend some couple of months ago where she was struggling in her business. And, I asked her, what's going on? She was like, our staff are not doing the job. She seems to be the only one coming to work, marketing to guests when they come to our store. She seems to be doing all the work and she feels like our staff is not like invested in the work. Also, she complained about the fact that oftentimes many of our goods get stolen and she doesn't even know why. And after having, multiple conversations with her, I realized that our business did not have any system in place. She didn't have any training and development for our team. And she was basically struggling. And this is the reality of many small business owners. They're struggling because they don't know the right tools, the right practice, how to go about doing things. And these are the things that you're going to have to learn, because these are the things that helps build a successful business. There are several things that you need to have in place. But getting started, you have to understand that you wear 3 hats. You have to wear the hat of the entrepreneur. You have to wear the hat of the technician. You also have to wear the hat of the manager. Now, you may not be perfect in all of those 3 hats. And you have to understand that depending on how much money you have, you may need to learn how to swap between those hats until you are able to employ people that are able to do the things that you do not enjoy to do. So let's say, for example, you have a store, you sell things. Let's use the example of my friend. She loves to market a product because she's like an influencer. So she loves to be in front of the camera, talk about a product and service and all of that. When it comes to operations, she has 0 clue. And that's why they're stealing from her, right? So one of the things that we did to get our business up and running is to employ, an operations manager whose active job was to ensure that, all of the stock is being monitored, all of the stock is being tracked properly. There's a system for restocking. There's a system when things are sold, how things are documented. We had a specific day when we do things. So it's easy for us to be able to notice when things have gone out of the store, right? And this is not the forte of my friend. She doesn't have time for that, right? Having to count stock, how many did they sell? No, she just loves to be in front of the camera. And that is her being the technician, right? Where she just loves to talk about the products, loves to talk to customers, loves to make the sales. So she's basically like a marketer. But when it comes to, what's the vision for the brand? Where are you taking your brand to, 5 years from now, 10 years from now? She doesn't really care, right? Right now, I just love this. I love to sell it. I love to talk about it. That is who she is, right? And so you have to understand that, okay, if I lack in this area, then I've got to either learn that area or be able to employ somebody that is good in that area. Now, because my friend had the financial ability to do so, she was able to employ our operations manager who was able to take off that managerial aspect and act away from her. So she was able to focus on at least being that perfect technician who just knew how to sell that product and that service to the customers. It's important that those three hats are being filled at every point in time, because when you lack in any of those areas, it's going to be evident in your business. Your business is going to suffer, and in due time, you are going to fail. Because if my friend did not reach out to me on time, she was going to experience massive loss. She had actually even already experienced some loss, because like a good amount of our goods were stolen, but at least we're able to do something about it. We're able to stop the bleed and then retrain, the staff, and then change and create a new system that actually helps the business to grow. It's very important that you are aware of these things. Just don't go running into starting a business without having a clue. Now, it's okay for you to start a business, right? And sometimes we can't learn it all. Many times we're going to learn on the job. But that's why it's important that as a business owner or an aspiring business owner, you are educating yourself so that you become aware. You learn from people's mistakes. This video is a perfect way for you to learn. You've learned from my friend's mistake. You've learned from the experiences that I'm sharing, and you're able to adapt that to your own business. So even if you are new at it, you've started, you're going, make sure that you're educating yourself. There's so many books that are available for you, business books that you can read. You can learn areas that you feel like you're deficient in. There are marketing books, there are operations books, there are legal books that you can learn to see how to even structure your business. Talk to an accountant, talk to a lawyer to make sure that, you're registered legally. Don't do anything that will put you in trouble, all in the name of trying to be an entrepreneur and trying to leave the rat race of a 9-to-5 job. So make sure that you are setting yourself up the right way. That is what will help you leave that flawed of 50% of the people who do not survive after 5 years, because it's wasted effort, wasted money, wasted time, lots of regrets, and it is not fun. Using myself as an example, in one of my videos, I shared how I started a shuttle service. And after a while, the business, I just knew that this was not the way to go. And I was able to close up my business in about a year or so. If I did proper research, if I researched the market, I would not fall within that 50% that closed their business within the first year. So that goes back to my example. Back in the day, I did not have this knowledge, this understanding, and this exposure. And so I became part of the percentage of those that fell within the first 5 years, because I didn't do a thorough market research. I just had an idea, felt the idea was brilliant, had genuine reasons why I thought the idea would work, went into it full out, and it did not work. However, I was able to count my loss and then, get out of the business and stop incurring more loss for myself. And then I spent time reading, re-educating myself, and, getting more informed before starting my next business. And so I want to save you all of that stress, all of that worry, all of that money by making you do things the right way. So hopefully this video has blessed you, has made you a much better person. Now you're better informed. You're able to make better decisions when it comes to your business and how you go about running your business. Here is me wishing you all the best. Thank you so much for watching. And I cannot wait to catch you on the next episode of Beyond the Hype. Make sure you share, make sure you like, and make sure you subscribe. See you soon. Bye.